Good afternoon. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. I tried real hard to get in here before noon so I could actually say good morning still. But good afternoon to everybody. Happy Thankful Thursday. I'm so thankful today. I'm still high from yesterday. For all of you who didn't get the news, honey, I had a praise report. Let me introduce myself first. Thank you. Thank you. A dose of love. What's up, sis? I see you in the house. Thank you for inviting your followers. Thank you for tweeting. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for coming on in and giving me those beautiful hearts. I love you all. A praise report yesterday. Baby, so this household, it was lit. Yeah. It was absolutely lit yesterday. And we had relatives. My Bill, who is my brother-in-law, he flew in from D.C. Yesterday, late evening. And so that is one of the reasons why I did not come in this morning, because we were up all night. I've seen him since my husband has. When I flew back to D.C. in Philly last August. I had a chance to meet up with him, but my husband hasn't seen his brother in a minute. So needless to say, you know how those little family gatherings can go. So then this morning I was trying to connect and I couldn't get on. So I was like, forget it. I'll just wait. And so I've been trying since about 6:45 this morning. And here we are. Here we are. So thank you so much for looking for me and seeing me in your notifications and popping in. I really appreciate it. My name is Darissa, and I am the CEO and founder of God's Chosen Vessels, and I'm also the creator of the Embrace formula and the soon to be launched God's Brats. I have to train you on how to be a brat. And so I'm just excited. I got so many things coming down the pipeline. I wanted to launch everything by Monday, which is every day. So I'm just going to take my time. We're going to do a little at a time, but we will be launching this month. Hey, Nikki, thank you for joining. I see that girl. I made it. I made it. So yeah. So I hope everyone's having a beautiful day. So word of the day today is at 7 o'clock to get a connection. And I was tired too. So it was a blessing in disguise. So finally, here we are. So this late edition, episode 74, here we are. So this is not to take the place of your prayer time or your devotional time. It's simply an exercise that we use to sharpen our perception skills, to help us to stay. Yeah, girl, I made it. I like the mics. Those are cute. To sharpen our perception skills and to help us to see the world through God's eyes, that everything's gonna be all right, because he says he's in control. He's the creator of all things. He allows certain things to happen because he has a plan, in spite of what you think the day should look like. What's up, Diana? So that's what you want to do. You want to get into the practice of just stop panicking, stop being anxious. The praise report yesterday was on my daughter. Not to panic. When the doctor gave us that news, my initial reaction was, okay, Lord, really? I love the hand. You guys got these cute emojis today. And I'm just so thankful that he's training me and teaching me and working with me, being patient with me and showing me that there's another way to live this life. There's another way, because trials are going to come. Tribulations are going to come. Crisis is going to come. It's going to show up in your life because Satan is busy. He's always busy. This is his job. 24/7. He's on your case. Thank you for inviting your followers and for retweeting. I really appreciate it. That he's going to do what he's going to do. So what have we talked about earlier? What my daddy said, you go into war, you got to know your enemy. Your enemy knows you. So you got to know what he's going to try to throw your way, and you be prepared for that thing. You don't panic because you know who's in control. And so when the doctor told us, shared with us what he and she thought they saw on the MRI, the initial response is, this is my baby. This is my child. It's like, really? Are we really going to do this now after all that she's been through, And you find yourself slipping into that pity party thing, but then you have to remind yourself, okay, how are we going to look? We got to look at this different. We have to change some perception here. And so the thought is, God, you know Kylia better than I ever will. You made her, you created her, you know how she's wired, you know the ins and the outs, the ups and the downs, you know. So I have to trust you even in this. I trust you with the little things. I got to trust you in the big things. I have to trust you in everything, even that child you blessed me with. So that had to be my attitude. And trust me, it wasn't easy. I had to stay on myself constantly. Just when my brain would try to wander off, to the right or to the left and start thinking negative thinking, I had to catch myself. I had to be deliberate in that thing, intentional in that thing, because it was real. And so, I'm so thankful that he has given me the insight on how I can maneuver through this life and not walk around fearful all the time and scared and anxious and sad, because God knows, if I looked at it differently, there's plenty of reason under this roof alone to be sad if I allowed it. I'm not going to allow it. I'm not going to allow it. I refuse to do it. I refuse to do it. And so my mission is to teach you to do the same. I don't care how big that thing is, because when I share with you what I have seen, when I share with you what I have done, I want you to see that God is all in that thing. When your eyes have seen your father take 4 bullets, that's not an everyday occurrence. I'm just saying. When you have your baby and you have a beautiful pregnancy and you have no reason to think anything is wrong, and it's not until after she's born, they tell you, oh, well, we never seen this before. What do you mean you ain't never? What is you talking about? What? And that becomes a 17-year journey of, okay, well, what is it? First of all, they didn't have a name for it. It took 4.5, 5 years for them to even come up with a name because it was so rare. So, and then your mama, who is the walking calculator / spelling bee champion of the world, let her tell it. The go-to person that everybody goes to have things corrected. The teacher's teacher, now you say things to her and you get a lot of gibberish when you get that. So there are things that is like that should have made you just literally lose your mind. But God says, okay, hold up. I created all of them, all those situations. I'm right here in the midst. I have not left you. I'm right here. But God. So, that's what this whole perception thing is. You cannot look at it the way Satan wants you. And I'm going to call him out. The enemy. You cannot be still and know that that's right. Be still and know that he is God. You have to. That's the only way you can get from one side to the other, is you got to travel with him. You have no choice. You cannot do this on your own, and you cannot do it your way. I don't care how smart you are. I don't care how many degrees you have. I don't care how intellectual you think you are, darling. You cannot do that thing. You cannot do that thing on your own. You have to trust. That was our word yesterday. You have to trust him. You have to trust him. That's the only way. I mean, let me save you some time. So anyway, I digress. So every day we choose a word from our little glass here. Every day I like this glass more and more. I'm so glad I found it. Anyway, so we, yes, it was. And look what happened. Yeah, and look what happened. Ta-da! Ta-da! And so I lost my train of thought. I looked over to my side and I saw the president person. I have the volume turned down on the TV. And I just turned over and he's looking me dead in my face. That's what kind of threw me off a little bit. And maybe I should have turned it off. Anyway, I digress again. So I'm pulling the word of the day. Yeah, not mine. Oh, should I say it? Whatever. Y'all know the truth. Yeah, that president person. Let me stop. Because that's a slippery slope into a whole nother scope. Okay, y'all. The word of the day. The word of the day is up. Y'all gonna make me say something. Y'all know. You get Darissa at the word of the day, but you don't want D-Mac to show up. That other chick. She ain't got no couth. None. No couth at all. Up. Okay. Let me stay focused here. The first thing I think of when I think of up, I will look. Oh, okay. Well, how does it go? I will I will lift up mine eyes. Yeah, I would know. You up to something with those? Don't you start, Nikki. Don't you start. The scriptures and Psalms. I don't know the number. Y'all know I can recall scripture, but I can't always tell offhand where everything is. You will learn that about me. Because I think it's for me. I know for searching purposes is better, but I can kind of tell you where it is. But I know it's in Psalms, so somebody might want to throw it in if you know. But it's the one that says, "I will lift up mine eyes." If you can look up, you can get up. Oh, I like that. That's Brother Les Brown. I will lift up mine eyes toward the hills from whence cometh my help. My help cometh from the Lord who created heavens and earth. That's the one. 121. Gone, Sister Diana. That's what I'm talking about. See, I have my sisters backing me up. Praise God. So, thank you for joining. I see our other family. Let me see. I'm going to see if I can do this without Daria. I had to see who it was because I see you all the time, sis. So thank you for joining. Yeah, I know my sisters got me. So, that's the first thing that's the first thing that came to my mind. Satan wants to see us with our head bowed down, which piggybacks on what I was saying. This is his job. This is his job. Thank you for joining, sis. I have come to the realization of just how adamant he is, how intentional he is at trying to bring somebody down, trying to kill, trying to destroy. You know the scripture, but when you really think about, somebody just, this is what, excuse the term, hell bent on just really taking you out. If that's not an enemy, I don't know what is. And this word up, I had to in all of these situations that I mentioned, I had to keep my head up. I had to look up. I had to know where my strength really lied, who my rescuer was, who my redeemer is, where my salvation is. My friend, when everybody else seems to just be ghosts. You know what I'm saying? My father, now that my earthly father is gone, I had to look up to him. Somebody posted a meme, and I said I was going to make a poster out of it, but it read something to the effect of Satan saw me with my head hanging down and got happy until he realized I was praying. I thought that was bomb. I loved it. You walk around, you can't walk around with your head. Yeah, okay, bam. I thought that was the bomb. So I really want to put that like in a poster or something like that. But it's the truth. He thinks he's got you when you walking around here acting like you defeated, like you done forgot whose child you are, and who your daddy is. He think he's got you. Mess up and lift your head up. Lift your head up. And call out to the one who created everything, the one who's in charge of everything. Let him know that he know who's really in charge. You know what I'm saying? Be proud of the fact that you are his child. Be proud of that. And be, I think it was Stephen Curtis Chapman, who's a gospel singer, a Christian singer. He sings a song about living out loud, live your life out loud. And live your belief out loud. Live who you want to out loud. Live it out loud. Don't put that thing under a bushel. Don't put that thing under a basket. Lift up your eyes and acknowledge him. And do it in everything that you do. Not just in your four walls, but as you live your life, on your job, with friends and with family, believers or not, especially the not, because they need Jesus too, and you might just be the only Jesus they ever get around to knowing. So you keep your head up. I don't care what circumstances going on in your life. Another thing I have learned, and I'm going to say for real, I'm going to say the last 5 or 6 years, I have noticed, or I have not noticed, but I have come to the realization that you are always being watched. Somebody's always watching you. And that when I had to leave the classroom because Kylia was having so many surgeries, I knew that already, because those little ones, they like little sponges. I taught 1st and 2nd grade. The little ones are like sponges. And I remember one day, and I will never forget, her name was Moesha, and the baby, I heard mama say something. The baby, she talked with the SH and everything she said. Hi, Mrs. At that point, my last name was Rogers. Hi, Mrs. Rogers. Everything was a sh to it. She was as cute as a button, the little chocolate drop, just as cute as she could be. I remember one day I was teaching CVC words, which is consonant, vowel, consonant words, like cat and dog and can, those, simple words. And I was teaching it, and I can't remember exactly what I said, but I said it, and I remember looking at her sitting at her little desk, and she had her little head kind of cocked to the side like she didn't get what, she wasn't grasping what I said. And I said, okay, sweetheart, okay, say for instance. And before I could finish my sentence, she said, for instance, because I said, say, for instance. I was getting ready to give an example. I fell out because in her mind, she was copying what I said. She was doing exactly what I said do. I thought that was the cutest thing. It was the cutest thing. Hey, Jay, nice to see you, bro. I ain't seen you in a minute. And so, yeah, I thought that was so cute. But it's like, but at that moment, I realized these babies watching you. They watching everything you say and everything you do. And I said that to say this, that if people see you, Mr. and Mrs. Believer, Mr. and Mrs. I know there is a God, Mr. and Mrs., the Lord will make a way. And then when trouble arises and they see you like this, head nowhere near up, just all, you know what I'm saying? Then what are they to think? What are they to think? You can't straddle that fence like that. You need to walk the walk and talk the talk, practice what you preach. Like I said, practicing what I preach, that whole perception thing. Whatever it is you claiming he is to you, whatever it is you say he can do, you better be living that thing. And you better be living it with your head up, or people ain't going to believe you. So I challenge you as believers, as children of the Almighty God, to good. Hey, hello, Cece Gonzalez. I like the way you spell that. I challenge you to keep your head up no matter what is going on. Hey, Sabrina, I challenge you to keep your head up through it all. I hope in these last few days, I practice what I preach. That's my prayer every day. Lord, let me do the right thing and let me make you proud. Let people see you through me. I'm not perfect. Don't get that twisted. D-Mac ain't perfect. But what I'm saying is I want them to see that even though I'm not a perfect being by any stretch of the imagination, they see you through me. They see where I have hope. They see where I trust you. They see where I keep my head and my eyes on you in spite of mama's situation, because Alzheimer's ain't no joke. In spite of Kylea's situation, in spite of whatever's going on in my life that was designed by the enemy, he thought he was going to take me out. That it's like, okay, what is that? What the word say, we are peculiar people. I want to be peculiar. Don't you want to be peculiar? That's what I want to be. I want them to kind of scratch their head and say, well, what's up with this chick? Why she always got her head up smiling? Talking about that God person. I want to be just straight up. I want to be odd. I want them to say I'm odd, but I want them to say I'm odd, and they want to know what is that thing she got, because I want that too, because I got trouble in my life, trouble in my way, make me cry sometime. Okay, so I'm just saying I want them to see me always in a up posture, not just physically, but my spirit, man, up, in spite of. Up is a good word. That's a blessed place to be, I believe. Mentally up, physically up, in spite of what's thrown our way. So I challenge you, my sisters and brothers. I don't know what's going on in your life, but please know that our Father has not left you. He ain't forgot you, and he sure ain't about to abandon you. Keep your head up. Keep your head up. Stay prayed up. Pray. And don't stop. Don't stop. Pray on that thing. I think we touched on that, Nikki. I think we mentioned it yesterday. That push. Push is pray until something happens. Keep pushing. Keep pushing. He's listening. Trust me, he's listening. Keep your head up. Yeah, honey. And Brother Tupac, that's what he said. Keep your head up. Yeah. That ain't biblical, but he was on the money though. Don't get it. The poet Tupac. Don't get it twisted. He was straight on the money. God bless him. Anyway, that's another show too. That's another show. So I thank you guys. I thank you for joining me. I thank you for the love and the hearts. I thank you for for tweeting and for following and sharing. This is the 74th episode of Embrace TV's Word of the Day. And I'm so excited about the new things that I'm trying to put into place, y'all. I can't wait, especially my sisters. I cannot wait to share with y'all what I'm cooking over here in the lab. Trying to get some things done. I got these 5 people working. They working day and night. Oh, Lord. I got them working day and night. Yes, I do. Yes, we've been doing it. So, yeah, I love you all. I hope you're having a thankful Thursday. And some of you, I know I'll talk to you later. I'm going to try to scope maybe this evening. We'll see what the Lord say. Today's been a slow day around here. People sleep. What's up, Mom? Because I just heard her, so I'm going to go in and check on her. But again, I just want to thank you for your prayers and your dedication to this program, to this daily scoping, because I can't do this by myself. I told the Lord I'll do it. Let's do this. I mean, if it's just a party of 2, me and him, we're gonna be right here scoping. I'll be boring him to death. Okay, child. Anywho, I love y'all. Y'all be blessed. Embrace your life. Embrace your purpose. Cherish your time. Know that God woke you up one more time, one more again, to get it right. Don't blow it, y'all. Love you. And Lord, say the same. I'll talk to you later.